The suspension of the Chief Justice. A little earlier in the day, former Speaker of Parliament, Right Honourable Michael Oquaye, has said that the provision in the Constitution 146, which allows that process is done in camera, he really thinks that for transparency, the matter, because it is of national importance, he argues that it shouldn't be done in camera because of the public interest. What are your thoughts on this?
We cannot be rewriting the Constitution, but there's a process for amending the Constitution. So if he has a strong feeling that shouldn't be done in camera, then he should do what the Constitution has directed. As it is now, no one can rewrite, the Article 146 merely because we want the television cameras, to be focused on the Chief Justice and the committee. That's not what the Constitution says. The Constitution says that it should be in camera, and in camera is something that Professor Michael Oquaye knows, what it is.
Right.
In camera means in camera. It is not, to be in the public glare. That is why it is in camera. Therefore, it should not be changed. The president should remain focused. Right. The nation must remain focused. This is a process. It's a constitutional process. Let us go through the process to the end. That is all.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Kukua Asari, former director for Ghana School of Law, for talking to us this afternoon. You cannot listen to Professor Aaron Michael Oquaye.
There's some interference in what the president is seeking to do, going to what the Constitution says. The potential removal of the Chief Justice. First, what is your reading of what is happening as far as the Article 146 is concerned and the processes taken by this administration?
A number of the things that are happening are so political that when it comes to these matters, I like to put on the hat of a constitutional student.
Right.
I study the Constitution. I am concerned about certain issues that I consider vital, particularly the trial in camera provision. You ask yourself, what is the rationale for that provision in our Constitution? It's there in black and white. What is its purpose? And if we were to give it a purposive interpretation, where shall we get to? The purpose, is it to benefit the people of Ghana as a whole, that the Chief Justice must be tried in camera? Because you see that even before you get to the in-camera provision, from the very beginning, the Constitution tells us justice belongs to the people. It emanates from the people. Justice belongs to all of us as a people. One may say that this provision could be at variance with the one that says trial must be done in camera.
In fact, it is clear in Article 1468.
Yes.
It says the entire proceedings must be held in camera.
And if that is so, that will belongs to me. The people are the owner of that issue, that process, whatever happens with regard to the Chief Justice. Why should the people be banned from being part of knowing the process going on? If the people have the right as owners of the very process of adjudication, then of course they should be able to visit the farm that is theirs. If I hire a laborer to weed my farm, I don't see how the laborer can tell me, you don't come there. I am going to weed, I'll do everything to the end, and then I'll come and take my money. Maybe he won't even want you to see what he's done and yet comes to demand his pay. Will that be reasonable?
Let's now take you over to Paul's producer, Carlos Coloni, who is at the venue where the interview is taking place. Carlos, what more has the professor been saying about the suspension of the Chief Justice? Unmute Carlos. We'll try and reconnect with Carlos for him to bring us what more the professor has been saying. Carlos, if you can hear me. Hi, Carlos.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Well, he's been raising a number of issues. He's talked about the decision or the constitutional arrangement where the former president, for instance, cannot sit on the Council of State. He raised major concerns about that and also talked about the fact that the Supreme Court can really not make provisions for a president to have a third term, for instance. And a lot of issues he's been raising here. And we are looking forward to this afternoon, 3 p.m. on the Pulse, to really give our viewers everything that the good old professor has been talking about. MFR.
Right. Thank you, Carlos. As you've heard, Carlos says that it will be airing exactly at 3 p.m. on the Pulse with my colleague Elton Brobe. Don't miss that power-packed interview. Basta.